another video. What is going on, soul fam? I don't know, this shit just flows through me. Just flows through me. Thank you. Just flows through me. But I wanted to share with y'all that what I've learned about how God works with giving and receiving. Now, this ain't gonna resonate with everybody, but this is what I've learned and what I was told through the universe. So, for example, you're walking down the street, right? And let's just say a homeless person comes up to you and says, I'm hungry. I'm hungry. Do you have a couple dollars to eat? Do you have a couple dollars to eat? And you're like, no, I don't. You know, you do, but you live in lack. So you deny him. And you just deny God, because God was like, okay, my child I'm going to send one of my childs to one of my other childs because he has, and he'll give him something. But you denied him. It's just like this. For example, this is why I don't ask. Like, oh, you know, like every video I'm like, hey, if you want to donate. No, I don't, because I know how it works. This is how it works. Let's just say I bring up a certain topic, right? And you have this thought flow through you like, wow, I should donate to his journey. You know? That's God flowing through you, saying, yeah, you should donate to his journey. That's a great cause, a good thing. He's out there fucking living on the faith of the universe to show all these other individuals that they can do it too. You know, so God sends you the thought, it flows through you, because that's how God works. He flows through us, through our thoughts, through our emotions, through synchronicities, right? So God puts this thought in your mind like, yeah, I should give to him. And then you're like, yeah, I should. And then your fucking program clicks in of lack, of, well, I don't have this, and then my bill's due, and if I do that, then I might not have enough, and then I don't want to go without, and what if I don't have money, and then, no, I'm not going to do it. And then you just denied God again. So your programs are actually denying God. God's trying to flow through you into your life, but you keep on denying them because your programs are set in place, and they're fucking telling you, no, I'm fucking scared, I'm fearful, I'm gonna go without, I don't want to go without. Lack. And that's God trying to come into our lives, you know, because you get what you give, you know. So if you're constantly living in the vibration of lack, that's exactly what you're gonna keep on getting. You're going to keep on getting more experiences that are going to reconfirm that you'll experience lack. And that's exactly what you'll experience. And I've learned that. And I actually heard a quote or someone talk about, you know, when a homeless person comes up to you and asks you for a meal, doesn't even ask for money, just asks for something to eat, and you deny him, you just fucking denied God. Not saying that person's a God, but he's an aspect of God, and you just denied God a fucking meal. And that's why Jesus Christ says, you know, treat your neighbor like you would treat yourself. You know, love thy neighbor. You know, if someone needs something and you have it, then you should give. But it's our programs that we're fucking running on that are tuning in and fucking blocking God out. And if we continue to allow these programs to manifest in our lives, we're never going to allow God into our life. That's why it's so important to remove that mindset of lack. Because if we don't, you know, God's never going to come into to our lives the way we want to. And if you think you're going to find yourself without finding God, you're fucking lost. I thought that. Like, the whole word God and Jesus Christ, like, repelled me, you know, because I had the belief of religion and fear and control and all this other things. So I denied it, and I would just cover it up with the words of the universe. So I wouldn't have to hear the word God, and I didn't have to hear the word Jesus Christ, because my belief would fucking and ring off and be like, religion, fear, 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 control, control, manipulation. But I let that program go, and I realized that God and Christ are two separate things from religion. They just took that and used it as a means to manipulate, to control, to embody fear within us. So just remember, the next time a homeless person comes up to you and asks for a meal, and you have a few dollars in your pocket, and you know, like, you have a job and you have everything set in place, and you're not really gonna go without, but it's that fear of like, man, I'm giving an aspect of myself away. That's why you have to remove that fear of lack from your consciousness, because I know what it's like when you have that program in your mind. It doesn't matter if you have $1,000 in your pocket. If you give $20 of that away, you feel like you're giving a piece of you away. And that's how attached to this fucking material that we are. That when we give, we feel like we're giving ourselves away. But just remember, if I ran up on you and blew your fucking brains out, would your wallet go to heaven with you, or wherever you're going? Wherever the fuck you're going. Do you think you're going to heaven? Do you think you're gonna make it into heaven every time someone that fucking is starving on the streets comes up to you and asks you for a meal? You deny them because you fucking perceive that they ain't gonna spend that money on fucking food. They're gonna buy drugs and liquor. No, that's your perception. That's the belief. That's the shit you make up in your mind to justify not giving. It's not. You don't know what he's gonna do with that money. He might do that with that money, but you don't know. But that's a justification you use in your mind to justify your lack consciousness of why you shouldn't give. And just remember, is that gonna get you? What's gonna happen when you leave this earthly realm? Where are you gonna go? Do you think everybody goes to heaven? Do you think everybody goes to the same place? Because I've seen near-death experiences, people living fucked up lives that didn't experience that blissed out near-death experience that you sometimes read about, of fucking heaven and bliss and all this. No, I've heard stories also of fucking fiery hell and misery and fucking demons and getting pulled down and fucking just really fucking some scary shit, you know? Some really scary shit. So my advice to you is just to really focus on removing that lack out your mind, because that is really holding you down from a fucking life of love, of service. Because just remember, you can't fucking be of service with a fucking lack consciousness. Because every time you fucking do something nice for something or somebody, that fucking program is ringing off. Even if you don't ask that person in your mind, you have a hidden motive in your consciousness, because your lack of saying, okay, I did something nice, where's my blessing? And I do it too. And I was gonna mention that in a video, but I think I forgot. Like, people will come up to me, and I know if I have it here, even if it feels, you know, because I have to remove that belief, even if it feels, you know, if I'm giving something away that I don't have, like, and I've mentioned that, like, oh, don't give what you don't have. But I have food, you know, I have a link card for now, you know, I have like $85 on there, so I do have, in a sense. And I know that if that link card fucking ended up fucking disappearing, or it was empty, I'm still gonna eat somehow, some way. God's gonna provide. But just remember that justification of why you shouldn't give, or fucking every time you do something nice, your fucking little ringer in your thing is looking up in the sky. Okay, I did something nice, send me a blessing. Yeah, that's lack consciousness. That's lack consciousness ringing in, and it needs to be fucking addressed. Without that being addressed, you will never be of service. Yeah, you might think you're of service in your fucking in your fucking consciousness, but God sees everything. He sees your hidden motives. He sees your fucking thoughts. He sees everything. You cannot hide from him. You might think you're hiding because other people can't read your thoughts, but God sees everything. And when I say he, that's just a bad program. Not a bad program, but an outdated, self-limiting program. But just remember that. Have a blessed day.